Hi there. I'm up on the roof of the building in which I reside, 2 floors down. So this is like the 5th floor. There's there's 5 stories in the building. So I'm on the top, which means I'm what would be 6. So I'm 6 flights up, which is kind of high. Sometimes I wonder if it's high enough. Anyway, I'm going to talk about how I'm changing directions in the books I'm reading. A little bit more fiction, maybe, and a little less, reality stuff. Since, can I handle the truth? Do I want the truth? Well, I want the different kind of truth, the interior, personal truth, this sort of government, big dude, let's shake things up for humanity kind of influence ideas is sort of, I don't like it. Anyway, yeah, one of them was Hitler's Legacy by Peter Levenda. This seems quite interesting, and I think it's probably really good if you're interested in that kind of stuff, which I'm interested in that kind of stuff, but I did hear about this on a podcast of Dave Emery, who is an anti-fascist sort of guy who I've been listening to for many, many years. He's a little bit older than me even. So he used to be on WFMU, and now he's just on the podcast via WFMU. So I heard a lot of interviews, 10-hour interviews about the contents of this book, which is about what happened after after World War II and how the Nazis all got away, or a lot of the big-time Nazis got away, maybe even Hitler. We're not even absolutely sure about that because they did search for him. But, we all know the boys of Brazil and so forth, a lot of them ended up in South America, where there was, friendly governments down there, particularly the Perones and so forth. So, and part of that story is there's this little community in Chile still where people all speak like German and stuff. It's just kind of weird. Anyway, I decided that I really don't want to read this book. After hearing the material, I get what's going on. I understand that basically big business and the corporations are all pretty much down with the Nazis and fascism, and they always were. And sort of a little bit of a blip that involved America with the economy trashing and the union movement having been built, all that right at the same time, and what went on with that as far as bringing the New Deal, which was sort of a blip, an illusion really of what governments and corporations and business are really like. So yeah, so I mean, I can't, okay? So I'm reading The Stranger instead, which is sort of the same but different. Not The Stranger, The Fall by Camus. I read Stranger years and years ago, but I probably should again. Then another one is Educated by Tara Westover. And this is something I heard on maybe a Preacher Boy podcast, new podcast I've been listening to a little bit. The guy that produced the show on Max, Let Us Pray, I think, that one, about the independent Baptist church things. Anyway, this is, maybe I heard it on there, maybe I heard it on another. I listen to podcasts about cults and religious stuff and damaged people by that stuff. Anyway, one thing to put me off on this book is the first of the on the back where they each famous author gives a blurb. The first one happens to be J.D. Vance, dear Senator of Ohio, J.D. Vance, author of Hillbilly Elegy, and I read that book and I hated it, and I don't like J.D. Vance, and I'm so, by association, Tara Westover loses where she should have benefited by this jerk's thing about her book. So yeah, I maybe a little bit more crime stuff. I haven't even read all these, like Dashiell Hammett. I never read. A lot of these like classic genre type stuff. I have never gotten into. Kind of on my high horse. But reading this stuff like this, I've realized I was probably just wanting to tell all my vast audience about these things. So I just don't I don't need to educate the world educated, and I don't need to inform anybody that the Nazis are everywhere, and because they are, and if you don't know that, well then you're probably fine with them and enjoying your life. So anyway, these are going back to the library as of Aurora now. So and then I'll go back into whatever else I'm reading and talking about. So, talk to you later.